Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video on my channel. Today, as you can see, we're with my 2007 Lincoln Town Car again. And I know I showed you guys how to clean out this cowl area and the drain last time. And while that is very important to keep those clean, also there's a seal in here that can go bad and still cause water leakage. Because I've still been experiencing water leakage in the back seat on the passenger side. Now the carpet isn't wet right now, but it was, and there was also water draining out of the bottom of the floor. So this can be a problem. So if it's leaking in the back seat, again, if it's leaking in the back seat on the passenger side, some people might think their window seal went bad, or their door seal went bad, or their rear window seal went bad. But no, that's not usually the case. The case usually is it's the seal down here in this cowl. So today I'm going to be showing you how to fix that and make it not leak anymore. So the tools you're going to need for this is, obviously you'll need a Phillips head screwdriver to take off that cover like I showed you in the previous video. You're going to need an 8mm socket and an 11mm socket as well. Also, you're going to need, there's many things you can do to fix this. You can just use normal 100% silicone like you would use in a house, like a bathtub. But you can also use, there's something called Permatex UTV gasket maker. That's also an option. Also, you can just buy weather stripping and use that as a seal. So really, there's a lot of options, but today we're going to be using just normal house silicone. Anything really works. So obviously, I'm going to start out by removing that plastic screw and that plastic screw to take off this cowl. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on this one. This one right here is fairly easy because it's within easy view. The only thing about these is you got to be careful while removing them because they are plastic and they're old, so they're going to be fragile. And also, if you press too hard on them while unscrewing them, it'll just click them back down into place. Kind of a bad design if you ask me, but you just got to deal with it if you want to own these cars. And by the way, this repair will not only apply to Lincoln Town cars, this will also apply to any Panther platform of these years. Mercury Grand Marquis, Ford Crown Victoria, Mercury Marauder. I'm pretty sure they all had this issue because they all had the same cowl design and all that. This thing's a pain to get out. But like I said, be very gentle with it because at the end of the day, even the newest of these cars from 2011 is going to be like 14 years old by now. Mine is a 2007, so it's 18 years old almost. So you got to be careful you don't break anything because old plastic is not the best. So anyways, once you get it out, like I showed you in the previous video, it's going to look like this, just a long plastic screw. You have to screw them out, but you can just push them in. So I'm going to go ahead and take out the other one now because I don't want to bore you guys by making you watch that. It's probably going to take a lot longer because of the position it's in. So I'll be back once I have that cowl ready to come off. All right, so I have all the screws out now. And what I've found works best for the one up here that's in a really tight spot is a small, like short little screwdriver like this because it fits best in that little space. The other one you can use any size because there's plenty of room, but this one works best in that little space. Honestly, I don't know what Ford was thinking putting it up there because that's just really, really hard to get to. Anyways, like I said in my cleaning video, after that's done, you're just gonna gently pull off this rubber weather stripping here, only about as far as there because that's where it divides, and then you can just pull off this cowl right here. Set that down to the side. And once you're in here, you're gonna see, actually, I don't know how all this junk got in there after I cleaned it, but you're gonna see there's a couple different bolts. So to do this, you're gonna have to remove these 4 here, this one, as well as these 2 over here, and that's gonna take off this whole tray. And the seal is what's down there. You can kind of see part of it. It's very deteriorated there. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my 8mm socket because I believe these 5 bolts here on the left are all 8mm. These 2 over here are 11. So, and by the way, guys, actually I'm gonna go ahead and go grab an extension as well because I don't want to have to deal with trying to worm this in there. It's kind of a pain. So we're gonna grab an extension. And by the way, I did not learn this by myself. I'm not that smart when it comes to these cars. It's a very simple repair, but I would recommend watching a YouTube tutorial like the one you're watching right now before you do this. If you want to know where I got my knowledge on this, I watched a video by, the channel's name is Nick's Whips. He doesn't own a town car anymore. He actually sold it a while ago, but he used to own a town car, and he did this repair on his. So that's where I learned this from. Oh man, that's really not going in there. Oh, here we go. Okay. So yeah, if you wanna see another video on it, go check out Nick's Whips. He did a video on this. Let's go ahead and get that there. I'm trying to do this with one hand so I can film for you guys at the same time. And the trick with these plastic screws, back to what I was saying, is just get them out as far, get them like untightened with the screwdriver, and once they're loose enough, just use your hand the rest of the way. Use your fingers. It's a lot more simple, especially for that one over there. It's a lot easier just to use your hands once they're not tight anymore. This bolt's really in there crooked. Whoever put that in didn't do a great job. Oh yeah, some of the threads are even gone on that. That's not very good. Anyways, once you're done, you want to set those there and make sure you don't forget which ones are 8mm and which ones are 11, because you're gonna need to remember that later. So you guys get the hang of it. I'm gonna go ahead and take off the rest of these bolts so I don't make the video too long, and then I'll be back once they're all off. So I got all the bolts off now. It's pretty easy, honestly, to take them all off. But yeah, if you do own an extension, I would recommend you do use one, because especially for these two right here in the very back, it would be a real pain to get out without an extension, because you'd be trying to get in there. Anyways, once all the bolts are off, it's kind of under this other piece on this side, and there's not a whole lot of space. You kind of have to, while being gentle with it, of course, lift it off. And these are bolts here with nuts, so you kind of gotta get it off of these bolts here, if that's even like I said, it's hard to film. It's hard to do this with one hand because I'm filming. All right, once you get it off the bolts, it's pretty simple. Just have to somehow get it around here. You can kind of pull it under the hydraulic thing here, I believe, which is what I'm gonna try to do. Pull it under this hydraulic thing, and once it's out from under there, it's pretty easy. You just lift that and take it out. But as you can see, number one, there's a whole lot of crud over there. I'm gonna vacuum out and clean up. But number two, you can see that seal there, that stupid foam seal from the factory, has basically completely perished, and some of it's even just missing there. And it's also not looking too hot on here either. So you probably don't want to watch me clean this up, so I'm going to go ahead and get all this cleaned up, and then I'll be back.